Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you my PlayStation 3 game collection. I have a lot of games for this console, so let's get this going. First up, I have Batman Arkham Asylum. It's a nice game, and I bought it after I played Arkham City because I like that game really. I like that game a lot, so I bought it, and this one is nice too. The Last of Us, second one, I didn't like the second one, but this one is okay. It's still, I think it's a bit overrated, but it was like an easy 9 out of 10 for me. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. I bought this game when it came out in, I think, 2009 or 10 or something like that, or 8. And I was a huge Harry Potter. I still am a huge Harry Potter fan. I've read all the books, and this is perhaps the best of the series. Like, of all the Harry Potter games that came out, I like this one the most because it has kind of like an open world design to it. Like, you can explore Hogwarts at your own leisure, and I really like that. Like that mechanic. Next up is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. The amount of money I spend on. I also have Part 1 somewhere around here. It'll come in a bit. But I bought it quite expensive. Like, I paid a lot of money for them because I imported them from the UK to India, and it's a pathetic game. It's just like, it's under 4 hours, and it's just horrible. They disappointed me a lot with this game. Next up is Rock Band 3. I don't know why I bought it. I don't have any instruments for it. I just like rock, and I like the grunge era a lot. And there are a few bands, like you can download Smells Like Teen Spirit for it, I think. So I bought it, and I just played it once. I got it really cheap, so I bought it. But yeah. Next up is DMC. I bought it used, and people don't like this game because of the the change in direction that Capcom took with this game. But I never played the original DMC series, so I was not a fanboy. And if you just look this game for what it is, you look at this game for what it is, you would not be disappointed. Like, if this is your first game in the series, you will be amazed, because I really like the combat and everything in this game. I liked it more than DMC 5. I played DMC 5 on my Xbox One, but I like this one a lot better. Next up is Watch Dogs 1. I like this game. I was disappointed, and I bought this game twice, to be honest. The first one that I had, the first disc that I had, I lost it somewhere, and I bought it really cheap, like less than 400 rupees. That's like $5. So I got it again, and I never really finished it. Red Dead Redemption. It's an amazing game. I'd never really played multiplayer for it. I've heard that it was quite fun, but I never really had the chance to play the multiplayer for it. But the single player, everyone knows it's amazing. It's Rockstar. They don't really make bad games. Next up is one of my favorite games for the system, Heavy Rain. I think it's underrated, even though it's sold, I think, over 1 million copies. But still, this game doesn't get talked about as much as it should. And I really like the story, the atmosphere, and everything. It's a 10 out of 10 for me. And I'm from India, so cricket is very big here. So I have to have a cricket game. I have a few cricket games. This is the worst of them all. Don Bradman Cricket 14. It's just, I don't like the mechanics. Infamous. I never really finished it. I only bought it because I have the second one as well. I played the second one first, and I liked it the most in the entire series. I also have Second Son and First Light for my PS4. I like those as well, but this is the best of the series, Infamous 2, and I bought it afterwards. The first one I got after I played Infamous 2, but I just never really got into it. Second one is great. First one is, I don't know, it's good. It's not bad, but I just couldn't get around to like the I don't know. I just never really finished the first one. Next up is BioShock Infinite. I bought it used, and I don't know. I just never really finished it. I didn't play BioShock 1 and 2, so I just never really got around to finishing it. Next is Hitman Absolution. I bought it day one because I'm a huge. One of the first games that I ever ended was Hitman Contracts on PC back in the day. So I'm a huge fan of the series. I don't like the new direction that they've taken with the series, even though Hitman 2 was better. The new Hitman series, the first one that came out in 2016, I think, or 17, the one that was episodic in nature. I didn't like that one. I haven't played Hitman 2, but I've heard good things about that because it's at least a continuous single game. It's not released in parts, so maybe I'll give it a chance. It's also quite cheap now, so maybe I'll buy that. But yeah, Hitman Absolution. It's a great game. People didn't really like it because it was you didn't really you don't feel like an assassin in this game, like the old school Hitman vibe. You don't get that in this game. But I don't know. I liked this game for what it was. Another cricket game that I've played this game for, I think, at least 200-300 hours, and I don't know, something was okay, so just then yeah, I've played this game a lot. I also have the 2010 edition of this game, but I like this one a lot. I love this game. I've played it for, I think, the most amount of time that I've spent on PS3 was playing this game. Next up is Black Ops 2. I've played Black Ops 1. I never really got into it. I played the multiplayer for Black Ops 1 a lot, and when this game came out, I didn't buy it. I bought it used, even though it was quite expensive used as well. It was like, it was 40 or 50 bucks at the time. I think it was 3,000 rupees or 2,500 something rupees that I bought it for used, and yeah, it's nice. I never really got into it. Next up is a game that I bought out of peer pressure. One of my friends really was a big fan of this series, Prototype, so I bought it. I just played the first couple of hours and then just lost interest, never really played it again. Next up is Kane and Lynch 2. It's trash. It's just, I don't know why I bought it. It was cheap. It was not that cheap, but still, I just bought it out of, I don't know, I just bought it out of stupidity in my head that maybe I like this game, but I didn't. Next up is Born Conspiracy. I bought it used. I just played the first mission and lost interest, never played it again. Next up is Ultimate Action Triple Pack. It has 3 games in it: Just Cause 2, Sleeping Dogs, and Tomb Raider. I played Sleeping Dogs and Tomb Raider. I never really finished Just Cause 2. I played the initial few missions, but then I lost interest. But Sleeping Dogs and Tomb Raider, this is my favorite game of the entire series. The 2013 Tomb Raider. I played Rise of the Tomb Raider and Shadow of the Tomb Raider on my PC, and this is the best of the series. And Sleeping Dogs is also amazing. It's quite underrated, to be honest. Next up is Arkham Origins. I don't think this game is as bad as people point it out to be, but yeah, compared to the rest of the series, it's kind of like the black sheep. So yeah, there were some issues in the game that I also had. Gotham City was not Gotham. I don't know, whatever the city was in this game, it was completely barren. Like, you'd hardly find an NPC, and the performance on the PS3 was also not stable. So yeah, but all in all, it's not as bad as people pointed out to be. Next up is Dante's Inferno. I don't know why I bought this game. I watched the trailers and I got God of War's vibe from it, so I was like, okay, let's try it. Played the initial few missions and never played it again. Okay, these two are stuck. Okay, I have GTA 5 here. Yeah, it's amazing. GTA is just, this game needs no introduction. It's still, I'm gonna be pre-ordering this game for the 3rd time now. Oh no, 4th time now. I pre-ordered it for the PS3, then I pre-ordered it for the PS4, then PC, and now PS5, hopefully. Not hopefully, but yeah, I know that if I get a PS5 before it comes out, I'll definitely get this. I don't know what the thing is with this game. You've played it, I've played it across all systems, but I still am excited for the, PS5 port. But yeah, Rockstar is just pushing it. They're just ruining their legacy. Next is Uncharted 2. This is one of the best games that I've ever played. some of the sections at the time, when it was released, like the movable environments and the destruction physics. It was best in the business. Yeah, it's just one of the games that shows Naughty Dog's prowess in making amazing games. Yeah. Next is the entire series here. Uncharted 1. It was kind of weak. Compared to the rest of the series, it's again a black sheep. Yeah, but like for a 2007 game, it's not that bad. But yeah, it's quite hard. It's kind of like the hardest in the series for me. Like even on normal, I died in this one quite a lot. Next is Uncharted 3. Yeah, it's also nice. It's not as good as 2. My favorite is 4, Uncharted 4, then Uncharted 2, then this one, and then the last is the first one. Next up is Resident Evil 6. It's pathetic. It's just I just played it once. I thought this game would be survival horror, but it was anything but. You've given like weapons and everything, and it's weird. It's not a nice game at all. Next up is Vanquish. I really want to play this game because I bought it used, and I don't know, I just never really played it because I was like I'm studying in college now, and like I don't get that much time because I have my consoles at my house, so whenever I come to my house I play PS4 and everything. But I really want to play this game because I've heard a lot of good things about it. So yeah, one of these days I'm gonna finish it. Next up is Dishonored, Game of the Year edition. It has the slipcover, I think. Yeah, this is Dishonored, Game of the Year edition. Never really finished it, just played like an hour of it, then got bored, just lost interest. Next is MotorStorm Pacific Rift. At the time it was one of the best looking games on the PS3, and it gets kind of challenging to in certain sections, and sometimes it feels I don't know, it feels just sometimes the controls don't feel right to me at least, but all in all it's a nice game. Next is Portal 2. I bought this game the day that it came out because like it was easy to convince my parents to buy me this game even for full price, because I showed them that this is a a puzzle game, and I'll be using my brain and everything like that. There's no vulgarity or shooting in this game, please get me this one. So my parents bought me this on the first day for full price, and yeah, it's a nice game. It's quite challenging. Some of the puzzles are I had to like look up one of the puzzles on the internet. I couldn't figure it out myself, but the rest of them I did by myself. Next is just a FIFA game I bought out of instinct, FIFA 14. I'm not a I don't really like football that much, but I just bought it because some of my friends were saying that we'll be playing FIFA or something like that, so I bought it, but none of us played it. Next is GeForce. I don't even think I've even put this game in my PS3 for once. I bought it used for like I don't know, it was dirt cheap and I bought it, but I never really played it. Next up is Singularity. Same story, bought it dirt cheap, never really played it. Played it for an hour or something, but yeah. This is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Oh my god, what a terrible game. Black Ops. This is the hardened edition. This is my favorite Call of Duty game of all time. It still is, the story with the Mason and the numbers and everything. It's amazing, I don't know why people, are forgetting that this should also be remastered. That, I don't know why Call of Duty is not doing it, but I think this should be remastered. This is one of the best storytelling that Call of Duty has ever done in their entire career. Bad Company 2. After Battlefield 1, this is my favorite Battlefield game. I played a lot of multiplayer for it back in the day, but single player was also quite good, and graphics were also, like, at the time it was one of the best looking games. So yeah, this is Battlefield Bad Company 2. Next up is Cricket 2010. I like the 2009 version better. Next is Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands. I was a huge Prince of Persia fan back in the day. Like I played a lot of Warrior Within and Two Thrones on my PC, and I really want Ubisoft to give this series another chance. I think there are a lot of fans for it still. Next is Move Street Cricket 2. It's pathetic. The controls are not that good, and it's just stupid. Next is Arkham City. It's my favorite of the series, the entire Arkham series. It's amazing. Story, everything is amazing about this game, and just go for it. I don't know. You also have Return to Arkham Collection for the PS4, where you get Arkham Asylum City. So yeah, go for it if you can. But I've heard bad things about that version, so if you can't, just buy this one. It's dirt cheap now. Next is Killzone 3. I bought it used for like really cheap, and just never really played it because I've heard that multiplayer was quite good. But when I got it, I tried multiplayer as well, but there were no players. No one was playing it, so I was like, yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna play single player for this one. Next up is a highly underrated game in my opinion, even though it sold a lot of copies. But I've heard that Rockstar had to sell this game for like dirt cheap, even in the year it was released, because they really overestimated the amount of copies that it will sell. I bought it day one, but a lot of people didn't. I don't know why. It's just amazing. It's one of the best shooters I've ever played in my life. I don't think Rockstar is gonna give this one another chance. I don't think we'll ever see a Max Payne 4. Maybe we'll have to wait another 9 years, like we had to for this one. But yeah, I'd really be excited if they ever give us Max Payne 4. Next is my least favorite of the series, God of War Ascension. I don't know, I just didn't like the storytelling in this one. They had I don't know, and also I got stuck in this game at a certain point. It was towards the end. There is one section which is like ridiculously hard, and I just couldn't get through it, and I was not also having a lot of fun with it, so I just decided against it, and I never really ended it. God of War 3. This is my favorite of the series. I played the 2018 one on my PS4, and I'd still say this is the pinnacle of the series. Next is God of War 1 and 2 collection. Wait a second, I have like 2 of these. Yeah, this is volume 2, I think. Yeah, so this is like, it has Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus in it. I know the cover says it has God of War 1 and 2, but yeah, the cover is misleading. I got it used. It has Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus in it. This one has God of War 1 and 2. So this one has Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta, and this one has the original God of War 1 and 2. All of these games are amazing. I played Ghost of Sparta and Chains of Olympus on my PlayStation Portable back in the day. So yeah, I just got it for my PS3 as well. Next up is Killzone 3. See, I got it for 40 rupees. Steelbook edition. I had Killzone 3, the normal one, but this is less than $1. A steelbook and everything. I got it used. So yeah, never really paid it. I just bought it because it was like 40 rupees. Yeah, it's just nothing. That's the only reason I got it again. Next is Crysis 2. I never really finished it. I'm not a really big fan of this series. I played Crysis 3 on my PC. I don't know, I just got bored of it. Next up is Grand Theft Auto 4 and Episodes from Liberty City, the complete edition. I bought GTA 4, the original CD, back in the day, but I lended it to one of my friends, and he never gave it back. He misplaced it or something, so I was pissed. But then this version came out and it got reduced. Like the price of this reduced quite quickly, so I bought the complete edition. I didn't like Lost and Damned because I didn't like the take that they had with this, like the graphics and everything. I didn't like the art design or anything like that. But I really like Barado Gate only. It has some issues on the PS3, but it still looks better on the PS3. I don't know. I played it on Xbox One via backwards compatibility, and it has the 360 visual. It runs better, but I think it looks better on the PS3, the original GTA 4. Next up is Beyond Two Souls. I'm a huge Quantic Dream fan, so I had to get it. But to be honest, I think this is the worst that I think, worst of the Quantic Dream games, including Detroit Become Human. I just didn't like the storytelling, and I saw the suspense from a mile away. So yeah, I didn't like this one. This is Call of Duty Ghosts, the worst Call of Duty I ever played. I paid like 6,000 rupees for. I have the. I don't know where the, that is. I have the collector's edition for it, and I don't know. I never really. I kicked myself after buying it. It's pathetic. This is Black Ops. This is the steelbook. I think it was not in the. It should be in here. This is Black Ops. I already showed it to you. The best the Call of Duty series has ever been. Eleanor. It's a nice game. It got kind of repetitive and kind of boring towards the end, but all in all, it was a technical masterpiece back in the day. And I remember watching the trailers and I was like, okay, this looks quite good, and I have to get it. And I bought it, and I was like, okay, this is not that good, but it still is amazing. Okay, Assassin's Creed 2, a great game. One of the best Assassin's Creeds ever. Brotherhood is also great, but I don't like this game that much. Like people really hype up this game, but I never really saw the point. It has a lot of platforming section involving Desmond Miles, so I don't know. I just didn't like those. Next is Revelations. It also had Assassin's Creed 1. Yeah, it includes the original Assassin's Creed. I never really played the first one, so I still haven't, even though it included it. But Revelations is good. I liked it better than Brotherhood. Assassin's Creed 3. It was kind of a letdown, but I don't know. I just thought it was like, it's not that good. It was kind of boring at the beginning. Next up is my not my favorite. I think my second favorite. My favorite is Origins, and this is my second favorite of the series, Black Flag. I really like the naval combat and everything, and it was amazing. Okay, the last game that I have is The Run. Need for Speed is going downhill nowadays, guys. I don't think they have the charm left in them anymore. They're just doing everything wrong, and even this game was not that good. I finished it, and like my actual race time was around 3 hours in the entire game, and I finished it. The QTE events were stupid, and the graphics were quite nice. That's the only reason I bought it, for the graphics, and they still hold up. And I don't know, just Need for Speed has lost its charm. So yeah, that was it for my game collection, and I hope you guys liked it. I also have uploaded my PS4 game collection. It's on my channel, so be sure to check that out as well if you like seeing people collections. And I like game collecting. I have a few games for my Xbox One as well. I'm planning to make a video for that too. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Peace out.